somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby.
Coach, the city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild CenturyLink field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's a 2nd and 7. And Diggs has it. And some room to maneuver. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Back to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you can see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Norris. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
From the 24, Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On the return, it's Tate. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Wayne Goldman, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Saquon Barkley. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley, twisting away, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Complete to Evan Ingram. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Giants.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. All fighting off the defender.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch 14. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Who's that?
They'll drop the throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This time Wilson will throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
He'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
2nd and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Go for a right side here. Complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that now 3 misses here in this first half.
And the important thing is you just can't get discouraged. You may still have some chances to make amends in the second half, so you've got to get yourself in the right frame of mind to get the job done.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. From the 38, Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Wilson to throw on 3rd down. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offensive coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
49 to Mike, 149. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kick.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Dalvin Tomlinson, his second sack of the night. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Well, potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's see what you got. 50 seconds to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 14. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the play.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Mike 50, Mike 50. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They go play action with Wilson. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Penny, a first down carry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the 9 over there. You're on the 9.
Hey, alert. Second and 8 at the 44-yard line.
50.
From the 44, Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there.
50.
On 2nd down now, it's Norris. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. To throw is Wilson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick. Watkins, the intended receiver. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
49's the mic. Watch 49. I don't think you got it, son.
Back to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
57 to the mic.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now this time he'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Alert. Mike's 50 set. Hey, come on.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. Touchdown, Giants! Sammy Watkins, 93 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Wilson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The defense shows